Our speaker is Lilach Schwartz-Peleg from Varna Free University in Bulgaria. Today, she presents her talk on the topic, When Love Expands, How In-Laws Reshape Sibling Bonds in Adulthood.
Hello all, my name is Lilach Schwartz-Peleg. I am a doctoral researcher in psychology at Varna Free University, and my research focused on adult-sibling relationships and family dynamics. In this presentation, I would like to invite you to look at love from a slightly different perspective. Not romantic love, but the relational bond between adult siblings, and how this bond is reshaped when a new family members enter the family system. The title of my presentation is When Love Expands, How In-Laws Reshape Sibling Bonds in Adulthood. Adult sibling relationships are among the longest relationships people have in their lives. Yet, they remained relatively under-researched, especially in adulthood. Most existing studies focus on sibling in childhood, while sibling bonds continue to evolve across the life course. One major transition that often changes those relationships is marriage, when an in-law enters the family. This transition may affect closeness, boundaries, and the overall way siblings relate to one another. In the certain literature, sibling relationships are mainly examined in childhood and adolescence. There is far less research on adult siblings, and even less attention to the role of in-laws. In-laws are rarely studied as a systematic change that reshape family dynamics. This gap highlights the need to better understand how adult sibling relationships are reorganized following family expansion. This study is grounded in Bowen's family system theory, with focus on concept of emotional differentiation. Emotional differentiation refers to the ability of stay emotionally connected while maintaining autonomy. According to Bowen, family transition tend to reactive earlier relational pattern. From this perspective, the entry of in-law can bring existing sibling dynamics, roles, and sensitivities to the surface. The main aim of this study was examine how the entry of in-laws reshape adult sibling relationships. The study focused on identifying key relational processes that become active during family expansion. Specifically, it examined emotional differentiation, pattern, attitudes, and conflict resolution skills, and their association with changes in sibling relationships in adulthood. The study employed a mixed method design. The quantitative phase included 114 adult participants, all of whom had at least one married sibling. Participants completed structured questionnaires. In addition, 15 participants took part in a semi-structured in-depth interviews, which allowed for a closer examination of lived experience during family reorganization. In the quantitative phase, several key variables were assessed. Emotional differentiation was measured using the differentiation of self-inventory. Sibling relationship quality was assessed through measures of communication and emotional closeness. Conflict resolution skills and perceived parental favorism were also measured. Together, these measures allowed for an examination of both individual and relational aspects of adult sibling relationships. The quantitative findings showed that higher levels of emotional differentiation were associated with better sibling communication and more constructive conflict handling. However, emotional differentiation did not directly predict emotional closeness between siblings. One particularly interesting finding concerned parental favorism. Perceived parental favorism was associated with higher emotional differentiation, which in turn was linked to more adaptive sibling relationships. A possible explanation is that siblings who feel favored by their father may experience a greater emotional security. This sense of security may allow them to tolerate differences, manage tensions, and in some cases, to compensate for a less favorite sibling, rather than engage in rivalry or withdrawal. The qualitative interviews added depth and nuance to these findings. Participants describe experience of loyalty, tensions, feeling of exclusion, and boundary ambivalence. They also reported changes in sibling role following marriage. Importantly, several participants described positive changes after the entry of in-laws. Some report that the brother or sister-in-law actually improved sibling relationships by reducing direct conflict, encouraging communication, or creating a new relational balance with the family. When integrating the quantity and the qualitative findings, the entry of in-laws does not appear to have a single or uniform effect. Rather, it tends to make existing relational patterns more visible and pronounced. In some families, this led to increased tension, while in others, it's open space for reorganization and growth. Emotional differentiation appears to be a key factor in shaping how siblings adapt in these changes. In conclusion, adult sibling relationships are dynamic and continue to evolve in response to family transitions. The entry of in-laws reshapes relational patterns rather than simply strengthening or weakening siblings' ties. Emotional differentiation plays a central role in how siblings manage these changes. These findings contribute to several fields, including family psychology, sibling research, and the broader study of close relationships. They also offer practical implications for family therapy, suggesting that family expansion can serve as an opportunity of reflection and relational reorganization. This study invites us to think about love not only as romance, but as a sustained and negotiated bond within adult sibling relationships. Thank you very much.